The one thing that people are not talking about is the president is talking about how the Muslim Brotherhood is just, they're promising they're going to stay nonviolent, and they're just not going to. They're calling for a day of rage, you dope. I'm sorry. They're calling for a day of rage. I don't know how you're going to stay nonviolent on a day of rage. Also, I would like to point out to the president and all those who are in Congress that are still thinking about funding Egypt on either side, I would just like you to keep these churches in your prayers, because the front page of The Blaze has a picture of one of these churches in Egypt that has been burned down. So just keep these people and these churches in your prayers. In Egypt, these are the churches that have just been burned down by the Muslim Brotherhood. The Father Maximus Church, the St. George Church, the Good Shepherd's Monastery where the nuns were attacked and burned, the Angel Michael Church, and the St. George Coptic Orthodox Church have been burned.
Really definitely should keep them in
there's also the Esla Church, the Adventist Church. The pastor and his wife have been kidnapped. We don't know where they are. The St. Therese Church, the Apostles Church has been burned to the ground, and the Holy Revival Church has been burned to the ground as well.
Really sad. Really awful. It's quite a few churches already.
And the Kusaya Diocese also has been burned. Wow. The Nuns School has been burned, and the St. George Church in another city has been burned.
Can you imagine being in a country like this and having to deal with, that many churches?
Well, there's also a few more. In Cairo, there is the St. Fatima Basilica that was attacked, and the Virgin Mary Church in Hakim Village that was burned. And then there's the St. Mary's Church in El Nazra, and then the St. Damiana Church was robbed and burned, as was the St. Theodore Church and the Evangelical Church in the Al-Zorbi village. They robbed it and then burned it. And then there's the St. Joseph Church was burned, and the Franciscan School was also burned.
Even a school. This has even happened to a school now.
Right. But in another city also, in Garbia, there was the Diocese of St. Paul. In Giza, there was the Father Antonios Church and the Atfif Bishopric. And in Minya, the Church of the Virgin Mary was burned, and the Church of Father Abram. The St. Minya Church was burned. The Baptist Church in Beni Mazar was burned. The monastery, the Delga Church was attacked, and they attempted to burn it down. The Jesuits' Fathers Church in the Abu Halal district has been burned. The St. Mark's Church has been burned by the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt.
And nobody's talking about that.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about those churches.
The Emir Tadros Church has also been burned by the Muslim Brotherhood. The Evangelical Church in Minya, the Anba Musa al-Swad Church has been burned, and the Apostles Church in Minya.
That was an amazing list of churches.
In Kenna? The St. Mary's Church, they tried to burn down. In Sohag, they burned the St. George Church down, and another Santa Damiana Church was attacked and looted and then burned, and a third church to the Virgin Mary was attacked and burned. Then there's the St. Mark's Church and Community Center. The Anaba Abram Church was destroyed and burned. In Suez, the St. Saviour's Angelical Church, the Franciscan Church and School, then Holy Shepherd Monastery and Hospital was also destroyed. The Good Shepherd Church, Molotov cocktails were thrown. And then also the Greek Orthodox Church in Suez was attacked.
Okay. That is an amazing...
But those are just the churches. Let me give you some of the Christian institutions.
47 churches.
Let me give you the Christian institutions that have been attacked and burned down. The House of Father Angelos, the pastor of the Church of the Virgin Mary. The properties and markets of Coptics have been attacked. 17 Coptic homes have been burned. The YMCA has been burned. on Kula Street, Coptic homes there, the offices of the Evangelical Foundation, the Coptic-owned shops, pharmacy, and hotels on Cleopatra Streets in Luxor, attacked and looted. The Diabea Nile boat, which is a church-owned boat, has also been attacked. The Bible Society bookshop has been burned. Nothing better than a good book burning. The Bible Society in Fayum, I guess. The Bible Society in another dirtbag town. The Ezebet and El Nekel Society has also been attacked and destroyed today. This should give you some idea that we have Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass, happening. The Kristallnacht, in case you don't know, the Night of Broken Glass was in Germany. As they started to blame everything on the Germans, what they did is they burned down the synagogues, and then they attacked all of the Jewish businesses.
Blamed it on the communists, right?
Yep, yeah. blamed it on the communists, and then the Nazis came in and was like, no, not really a problem with this. And they came in the next day and continued to harass the Jewish people. This is, by the way, the Muslim Brotherhood. The Muslim Brotherhood is the one doing this because they needed somebody to blame. They couldn't blame it on their fellow Muslims who threw the Morsi out. So they had to blame it on somebody. So they're blaming it on the Christians. The next target will be the Jews. But this is what's happening to the Christians, and we're sending $2 billion a year to them. And our government is playing footsie with the Muslim Brotherhood, and this is what they're doing right now. Right now. Fall to your knees and pray. Pray for our redemption. Pray for our saving. Pray for our country to wake up. Pray for the churches and the Christians and the Muslims that just want to live their life in the Middle East, to be left alone by the monsters who always, always come. And I am not for sending any more troops over to the Middle East. Absolutely not over my dead body. We do not send any more troops into Egypt. We do not send any more troops into Syria. We do not send any troops into Israel. We don't do it. But we do support the good guys. And there are no good guys that are running for office. There are no good guys that are doing anything over in Egypt. Yes, it will be bad. But we're only making things much, much worse. And we are arming and we are emboldening those people who are burning down churches, killing Christians, kidnapping, raping Christian girls. 12-year-old girls are being taken from their Christian homes at night and raped and married off so they become Muslim. Wake up and call those absolute excuses for human beings in Congress, in the Senate, and the White House that are turning a blind eye. Call them what they are. Despicable. Those media outlets that are not reporting what's really happening on the ground in Egypt. And those politicians like Lindsey Graham who say, I had no idea it was so bad. You're despicable. And you're dismissed. Support those people who are telling you the truth. And support those people who are standing for the truth. The rest of them, dismiss them and pay no attention to them.